place to be, to live your best life, be your best self, and live your purpose. And in tonight's episode, I want to talk about how to be more loving to yourself. So first of all, what are the advantages of being more loving to yourself? Being more loving to yourself actually means you're more likely to be more productive, feel better inside, be happier. You're more likely to be kind towards others when you're kind to yourself. And part of loving yourself is being kind to yourself. So number one is to actually be kind to yourself. This means that you need to be gentle with yourself. So if things don't go right, you need to just say, that didn't go right for me. That's okay. Right? If a relationship doesn't work out, you need to understand it's usually not you that's the problem. It's usually the other person's got their own issues going on. So be kind to yourself and say, okay, it didn't work out. They're not for me. Being kind to yourself is a huge part of being loving towards yourself. So when you're more loving towards yourself, you should automatically be more kind to yourself. And another way to be more loving to yourself is to actually, instead of criticizing yourself, I want you to diminish your criticism. So I read a post the other day that said, oh, we should be our own worst critic because we've got enough people criticizing us as it is. But other than constructive criticism, it's really a good idea to not be critical of yourself at all. And I found this out the hard way because I realized the more I'm critical of myself, the more I give myself a hard time, the more I'm hard on myself, the less productive I am, the more I feel bad each day, the more emotionally upset and in pain I get, and I'm more disconnected from my soul. When I just be gentle, loving, and kind to myself, and I'm just like, okay, this is happening, everything happens for a reason. I'm just going to accept that the world, the planet, God, the universe has got something good in store for me. And I'm just going to say, it's okay, Sandra, you know, because I broke my ankle recently. And there's been a couple of people, well, there's been a few people that I'll be more careful next time, which is a bit hurtful, to be honest. Like, it's like I don't take care of myself. Just because I broke my ankle doesn't mean to say I don't look after myself. It was an accident. I don't blame me. And I kind of feel that they have some element of blame, and it's kind of like they judge me really badly and are criticizing me. That's how it comes across. It comes across as not a loving thing, like, oh, be more careful next time, as in take care of it just comes across as that I can't look after myself, and I do look after myself really well. It was an accident, and I actually was trying to get out of a car park, and the way I went I thought was the right way, the shortcut, but it wasn't, and so I retracted my steps because I didn't want to fall down a bank and break my neck. So I was actually protecting myself. And then as I backtracked, I tripped over the curb, and then I went over it, like twisted my ankle over a curb, then went over again because I didn't realize that the other side of that curb, it was a concrete slope going down. So I literally went over and then over again into nothing, and I fell in a heap down a concrete slope, and it really hurt and broke my ankle wider than I broke it last year. Now, when it first happened, I was screaming in pain and crying. I was really, really upset. And I could have like really given myself a hard time over that. And at the time I was thinking, I don't want to be an invalid. I don't want to be a cripple again. Really, I was giving myself a bit of a hard time, but I don't anymore. I'm thinking it's not my fault. Right, it's my fault and responsibility, as in the sense I was there in the car park. I decided to try and go a shortcut way. I take responsibility for that, but it was an accident, and accidents happen. I used to be really accident prone years ago, right? But this happened. I'm not going to blame myself going, oh, you had an accident, why did you go there, rah, 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 because that's going to do me no good. What's the best thing to do is to actually say, you had an accident, it's a bummer. You're going to be like injured for months now. You're going to have to start over again, but you've got through it before. You can get through it again, and to have a positive mindset. So part of being loving towards yourself is having positivity. It's having a positive mindset. It's talking nicely to yourself, saying, oh, okay, you've got through it before, you can get through this again. You know what's ahead. It's going to be quite a lot of months, quite a lot of pain, quite a lot of exercises, quite a lot of trying to get back to your health. You're going to be indoors a lot again when you're an extrovert, and so it's going to be quite hard in that way, but you're going to get through it. There's lots of things you can do at home. You love your home. It's all good. And you know, part of being loving towards yourself, I've said about being kind, and then I'm talking about not blaming yourself for things. and not criticizing yourself. So be kind, don't blame yourself, don't criticize yourself, which is 3 ways to be more loving. And then, have deepest compassion for yourself and say positive things towards yourself. Having compassion for yourself is all about understanding, like I'm really sorry that I broke my ankle. For me, it's not like I don't take care of myself, because I do. I feel that's kind of like not particularly pleasant thing to say, right? Some people might not mean it horribly. They might just mean they're worried about me and want me to take better care of myself. But I do take care of myself. It's an accident. I don't blame myself. Actually, I saved myself. Right? I had good intentions because I saved myself from a worse accident. I could have broken my neck going the other way. Could have been a lot worse, So I'm thankful and grateful to myself. So, you really must praise yourself and speak positively to yourself. Another way to be more loving to yourself is self-dates. I don't even know what my number we're on now. Is this 5 or 6? Self-dates. Have self-dates. Take yourself out for dates. Romance yourself. Spend time with you. It's really important. Do what's on your happy list. Probably number 7 by now. Do what's on your happy list. So a happy list is something you can create, which is at least 10 things that make you happy. And one of the ways to be more loving to yourself is make sure you do at least 3 of those things every single day. And so you're spending time and attention on what makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel positive, vibrant, and energetic. 8 is to focus on your goals, ambitions, and dreams, not what other people expect and want you to do. Because, you need to live your life and love you for who you are. And another way to be more loving to yourself is to cut. Number 9 is to cut out toxic people in your life, or limit your time with them. Realize that you are valuable and that you don't need to be around toxic, abusive people. Right? Be willing to walk away and cut these people from your life and don't go back to them. Because, you need to put yourself first. You need to put your own health and well-being first. Right? And 10 is to just switch off from social media sometimes. That's being loving to yourself, because you're spending quality time with yourself. It's like if you go out with someone and you're in a restaurant and they're just playing with their phone all the time, what does that look like? They don't value your time. They don't value your worth. They're busy looking around at other things. They're not really paying attention to you. You don't feel very valued. You feel like you're just kind of there, but they're not really taking any notice of you, and you may as well talk to yourself, right? So that's kind of how it feels if you're always on social media looking at what other people's lives are like. You're kind of neglecting yourself, right? You need to not neglect yourself, but be more loving to yourself by switching off social media for a bit. Could be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and just spending time with yourself, whether that's watching a movie, reading a book, doing some computer work, just sleeping, whatever it is, having a nap. Then go do that. Go do that for you, because you deserve to be more loving to yourself, because you are truly lovely. Hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful. If you have, please give it an emoji, a thumbs up, a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. And as always, stay quirky, you. Don't forget to live your dreams and life hack your way to success and happiness. Lots of love to you. Bye. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live or post a new video. Bye bye.